to my YouTube channel. My name is Mariam Abdulkabir, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you a quick way to add triggers to your project in Articulate Storyline. So you need to know what trigger is before we get started. Triggers are features in Articulate Storyline that makes our learning more interesting, and we use triggers to communicate, to give instructions to our objects, our text in Articulate Storyline. So let's get started. This is triggers. These are triggers, and this is a place you can create a new trigger. So in this slide, we want to create a trigger to instruct this start course button to take us to the next slide when user clicks on it. So that is how we are going to add the trigger. We want to instruct this start course button to take us to the next slide when user clicks on it. So we come back to our create new trigger here. Then we click, this is already there, jump to slide, take us to slide, jump to slide. The next slide, what's the next slide? I already named our slide, choose your cyber security. When the users click on button 1, that is when they click on this particular button. So and it's going to take us to the next slide when user click on it. So examples of what we can use triggers to do is that we can use triggers. I've said we use triggers to instruct our object on what to do in Articulate Storyline. So this is another example here. It doesn't necessarily mean using triggers to send, like, to instruct your slide to take you to the next slide. No, we can use triggers to make it align with each other in Articulate Storyline. Now look at this object here. What is here is what we call hotspot. So I have a tutorial for it in my Articulate Storyline project, hotspot, how you can use hotspot in Articulate Storyline. So I have a tutorial for it in my playlist, you can check it out. Now let's get started. So you come here to create a new trigger on jump to slide. Which slide? I have different slides here, like I have a variety of slides here that I want learner to go to immediately they click on each of the objects on this screen. So I have tutorial on how you can create slides as well. So I want them to jump to drag and drop when they click on this first object. So when they click on the first object, it will take them to the drag and drop. So I'm trying to look for this. Don't mind me, I did not name my object, that's why I'm looking for it like that. So it's better you name your object. It will make your work so fast and smooth once you name your object. So your work will be very fast and smooth once you were able to name your object. So I didn't name my object, that's why it is like this. Besides, this object is fabricated by me, so I made all these objects one after the other. So that's why it's like this. So when user clicks on it, it's going to take them there. Now another thing, I'm adding another trigger, because we are going to add 4 triggers here, because we are giving our slide here 4 instructions. Like when they click on this first one, it's going to take them to another slide. When they click on the second one here, it's going to take them to another slide entirely. So let's continue. Jump to slide. Which slide? We already use drag and drop, so we use email when user clicks on this one as well. So let's look for it. I didn't name my object, so that's why I am having so much stress in locating the one I want to use. And that's because I fabricated all by myself. Like I joined each all together one after the other. Then another thing, we continue, we create a new trigger, jump to slide. The next slide you want to jump to save browsing adventures. When user clicks on this particular one, so I advise you to rename any object you are doing, even if you join the object together yourself. So I will advise you to rename it so that it will save you the stress of looking for the object like this, like I am doing now. So it's going to save you a lot of stress and a lot of time. So when user clicks on it, it's going to take them there. Now the next one, jump to slide, the 5th one. So when user clicks on it, it's going to take them there. Okay. Now let's preview our slides to see. Now let's preview our course.
Choose
So
your
when I
cybersecurity
let's use
mission.
it for our
You're the hero in this
audio
cyber
to
adventure.
finish.
Choose any mission below
Click
to
on it.
begin your training. Complete all 4 to become a certified cybersecurity hero. Click on each to continue learning.
So if I click on it like this, it's going to take me to the next, which is here. Yes, this is where I want it to take me to. So if I come back here
Choose your cybersecurity
and I
mission.
clicked on
You're the
another
hero
one,
in this cyber adventure. Choose any mission below to begin your training. Complete all 4 to become a certified cybersecurity hero. Click on each to continue learning.
so if I click on this one too as well, it's going to take me
Safe
to
browsing
where I
adventure.
want it
Click
to
each
take me
website
to.
to see if it's secure. Learn how to spot safe sites.
You see, now that's not the only way we can use our triggers, as I've said earlier. So we can use our triggers to give instructions, as I've said, but we can use it to give instructions in the same slide, not necessarily to another slide. Now, this is another examples of this, of what I'm talking about here. This is a okay. So this is a slide with story view with slide layers. So this is slide layer, and we can use our trigger to instruct storyline to do a lot of things in this one trigger. Now for this particular slide here, we are teaching learners on how to play safe when they see logos of paper and Google to know the one that is correct. So if they click on the one that is correct, it is going to show a correct layers. And if they click on the one that is not correct, it's going to bring incorrect layer. So I have a tutorial on how you can add layers in Articulate Storyline. So you can check my full playlist out. You are going to see it there. So you can add new layer here. So just click on it and add layer here. But that's not why we are here. We are here to add triggers to each layer. So we already had layers here. We already had our layer here. And now once you add triggers to each of these things to make it show correct and incorrect layers. If letters are correct, it's going to show a correct layer. And if they are not correct, it's going to show us incorrect layers. Now let's get started. We come here and create a new trigger again. So we're going to tell it this time around. It will not be jump to slide. It will be show layer. This is the show layer, correct layer. We created 2 layers. When user clicks on when user clicks on this when user clicks on picture 2, yeah, it should show correct layer when they click on picture 2. Then another one, we can add another one, show layer. Which layer are we going to show? Incorrect layers. When user clicks on, maybe when user clicks on picture 3, or picture 3, it should show us incorrect layer. Now in this layers as well, when they show us layers as well, we have a trigger that is going to close down the layer for us. But first, let's review this before we move down here.
Safe browsing adventure. Click each website to see if it's secure. Learn how to spot safe sites.
Now if I click on this, you see it brings us here to this. Now how are you going to, because we cannot leave it like this, we cannot leave it like this. So how are you going to close down this layout of it? We are going to use layer trigger as well to close it down. So we come back to our slide layer here, and we instruct this slide layer to close this layer. So it's not going to be show layer, it's going to be hide layer. What layer are we hiding? This layer. When user clicks on this button, continue button, so you can click. Then we come here, we add the same thing here, hide layer, this layer. When user click on button 1, so then let's preview together and see what we have done so far.
Safe browsing adventure. Click each website to see if it's secure. Learn how to spot safe sites.
So when I click on it, it brought me here. Then I can click on this continue and it's going to hide the layers. Same thing applicable to this. Yeah. So that's a simple way of how to add add triggers to your project in Articulate Storyline. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.